This is extremely unfair.
I was going to say the same thing.
Nobody said anything about an infernal the size of Blackrock's spire.
I don't suppose we could sneak by him.
I don't see any cover to sneak behind. I wouldn't recommend anyone besides Dynamo try.
Oh goody. Beatus, how about you fire up another one of those meteor attacks?
I don't think that will work well here.
You burned out over a dozen Infernals the last time you did it.
They were much smaller.
So you'd be less of a bomb and more of a mosquito?
He could even absorb all of the explosion and only get stronger.
What I wouldn't give for Vakara's frost magic right now.
Or a really big bucket of water?
At least he doesn't seem eager to provoke a fight.
We can't get any farther in. It makes sense that all he would do is wait.
The longer we wait, the quicker the demons outside kill everyone and come for us.
A surprisingly astute observation.
She's lazy, not dumb.
Yep, easier that way.
Does anyone know of any other way to defeat an Infernal?
Not with the resources we have here. What we need is a lot of water.
My hooves are soaked.
Mine have gone completely numb by now.
We've been wandering around here for hours. That is to be expected.
Why does this place have such an intricate sewer system?
To confuse the hell out of me.
I want to know where all this water is coming from. This place is a fire wasteland at the edge of a larger fiery wasteland.
If I had to guess, I would say alchemy. You'd be surprised how much horrific alchemy has water as one of the byproducts.
You'd think it would be blood.
A common misconception. The blood goes in, it does not come out. I can only imagine what nightmares Illidan is creating up there.
I think the bigger question is what alchemy experiments got flushed down here with the water.
I hope they have loosely attached limbs. I need to pace myself, but I want to see some parts fly.
Windrift's thoughtful planning is rubbing off on you.
Perhaps we should investigate the sound before we get Ella's hopes up.
That explains the gargling sound.
I was honestly expecting it to be an inside-out Murloc.
Aw, that would have been great. You really do get me.
Let me do the talking here.
Boo! Less talking, more fighting.
You cannot disembowel water. It just drips everywhere.
A fair point. Consider my rage tempered. For now.
I really want to make a water-based pun about you cooling off.
But we're the most corporeal and flabby things around here.
Exactly. Okay, I for one am a little creeped out about how quiet it is in here. Where's all the hustle and bustle of an evil empire at work? I haven't heard one single zug-zug echo in these halls.
It is always the little things with you.
I can cast a spell on you, so that's all you can ever hear when people talk.
Seriously?
Zug 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 zug.
Zug zug zug.
Zug zug, zug 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 zug, zug zug.
Oh, please God, no more. I can't take it. I feel my sanity slipping away, please.
Zug 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 in mind that I can do that whenever I want.
Duly noted, you frightening conjurer.
We should keep moving. Carefully, though.
So, how's about you disappear and go check things out?
Fine, but you have to babysit Pro to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Oh god, this is actually one of the more difficult quandaries I've ever had. I'll take the possible physical pain over Pro's mental pain.
Your sacrifice honors us.
Oh, there will be no sacrifices. Hello, Soulstone, my old get-out-of-jail-free card.
I don't know why you don't use those more often.
Every time you use a Soulstone, a little less of your soul makes it back into you. Additionally, while I do get the tar beat out of me pretty often, I'm rarely brought to the brink of death.
Well, I hope we don't have to use it too quickly.
Oh god, you are kidding me!
What killed you so quickly?
I just had my blood boiled out of my veins. My veins, they're still hot, you demon!
If you choose to insult me, I request you address me as a Phil Orc, not a demon.
So I got nothing.
I don't think my drunken rage could even take him down, and that's saying something.
Can we make a bomb, or anything that dissolves the bonds between his floating molten rocks?
Give me a couple weeks in a state-of-the-art alchemy lab and maybe. Oh why couldn't I have devoted myself to the Sub-Zero arts like Vakaro?
You know, I thought we'd get a little farther before our total lack of preparedness caught up with us.
So what, we call it a day? Stumble over all the dead bodies outside and find a bar?
Does anyone hear the sound of a really angry toilet flushing? Well, that definitely looks like a really angry flushing toilet.
It certainly smells like it.
It was worse where we found him.
We will not be getting that stench out of our armor anytime soon.
And who are all these actual tall drinks of water?
Literal scientific backwash.
In a slightly more compassionate way of putting it, failed Illidan fusion experiments.
What was he making?
He was trying to create a water elemental that could dissipate into steam and reform themselves.
A perfect assassin. You could enter, murder, and exit faster than a rogue.
He was never able to get the fusion right, and now he has a lot of damp sewer dwellers.
Yikes. Well, how would you feel about some revenge?
We really don't feel anything nowadays.
I mean, you would all get to literally douse an Infernal. Who could pass that up?
Surprisingly, being trapped in a dank sewer has kept our love of irony alive and well.
What are the odds?
Gentlemen, hydrophiles, thank you.
Make sure to kick Illidan's ass for us.
I can promise that. Very much so.
He did not scream once. That is some quiet courage.
It's like he's the anti-pro.
Oh god, no!
His ears must be burning.
Oh god, no! Ah!
Honestly, some other parts might be burning too by the sounds of it. I don't think so. I know my terrified screams.
One field of expertise I am not versed in.
I would need to hear another scream to confirm it, but it sounded like panic more than pain. Something scary happened. Or more likely, someone near Pro has just been horribly hurt.
Rural?
I don't think so. There'd be more concern in his voice.
And there'd be more fear in his voice if it was Medivh. Pro's smart enough to know that he'd be screwed if Medivh dies.
Wow.
I've been hearing opponents, victims, and the occasional innocent bystander scream for centuries. You pick this stuff up.
So by the process of elimination...
You know, I was thinking, how many times could he do this?
I mean, I said after 8, it just kind of gets boring.
I think 3 times would have been enough to prove you're serious.
My personal record was 23.
And yet here we sit at a gentleman's 37. Kind sir, why not simply stop at step 1 of this whole process?
My name is Gertek Bloodboil. I didn't get it by hating to boil the blood out of people.
Fair point, Rasamal. It looks like your blood is as resilient as your face. The average person's blood can't handle more than 25 boilings.
Hooray, I'll throw it on my resume. Can I jot it down before we give attempt 38 a try? No, you're right. It's not resume worthy unless we get to 40. Dear friends, I feel like I shouldn't have to ask for help at this point.
I want to help, but this is hauntingly beautiful.
Plus, we take 1 step towards him, and suddenly it's our blood on the floor.
Cowards! Oh, and there's 39.
Time to say the sentence I should have said hours ago.
I need an adult?
Why did I sign up for this?
Screw this, I'm going home.
Yikes, those are all extremely viable. I was going to say, Medivh, fix it with magic.
You think I can do that?
Yes?
Actually.
I should really stop expecting something flashy. Oh god, no, I'm not ready for 40.
Spell reflection?
Simple, effective, and it looks as mundane as hell.
Next time a demon or orc or god knows whatever else is in here starts torturing me for fun, please intervene sooner.
Yeah, but not too soon. Give us a few minutes to enjoy it. Unless it's me getting tortured, then save me immediately.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna need a few minutes to compose myself.
Honestly, I could go for a nap right now.
We are in the evilest of evil lairs. You really think a nap is a good idea? We lost him.
Look, I think he's really got the right eye.
We should just leave them.